Hello, everybody. I want to walk you through this week 3, almost close to being halfway done. It's hard. Why does it, things go so fast, don't they? Time does. So this week is about cognition and gamification. Cognition is just one of my favorite things because it's so fascinating to me to know, there's certain limits to what people can view and what they can understand and how do we chunk that content. So I hope I model that with this video, but it may go a little longer than the 3 minutes. Anyway, begin with a devotional like we've done every day or every week, I should say. And I have some of you are doing the video response. That's fine. If you want to type it in, you can do that as well. So you can see that it's a 150-word reflection, but you can video. I'm so fine with the videos. I love that you guys have been so creative on that. The first assignment is the artifact, the activity, and this is a progression-based gamification plan. So beyond just creating a game, as I'm sure many of you are familiar with something like Kahoot or Quizzes, maybe, that you've done this, because you're working with your kids, and so you're playing. You might be feeling like this is very simple, but the gamification plan is more detailed than just creating the video or the game and then the link to the game. So do look at the LinkedIn course, Gamification for Interactive Learning. Don't skip that. Look at the points badges. You can see how short they are. They're not very big, or should say long, but you certainly can look at them. If you wanted to take, you should know this, every LinkedIn course, Trevecca subscribes to it, so you shouldn't be having to pay for it or do any kind of unique login for it, but every LinkedIn course you can get a certification for. So you need to just take all the course and answer the quiz questions at the end of each section, and they'll send you a certification. So you can be certified in the gamification if you wanted to or something, which could be really cool. Not required for this assignment. It's just something that's there. And I wanted you to understand how LinkedIn works. So in a Word document, so you have 6 sections. The last section is a summary chart where you're going to actually design a badge. And I really want you guys, I feel like you guys are feeling really comfortable, but I want you to look at this professionally. Don't just create something because it's cute. Look at it as the librarian creating something for your program. And how would you make that? How would you design that? What would it look like? So really give good thought to what those badges would look like. And I would say, if you're really familiar with Kahoot, try Edpuzzle or get to Quizzes. Just try something different. This is your class to not just knock out, but to learn from. So try those different ones and just be exposed to other things and see if something is better than what you think it is or could work better in your setting. So the gamification plan that is here is one that I created in my Master's of Instructional Design. So this is what I want you guys to create for this assignment, for this activity. So you will have 4 pages to this because it's going to be a plan. And you see the sections. You need to have some rules. Please don't just copy what I have here, but make this your own. Look at the resources that you have available for you. It's really simple to just make up rules, but let's look at it and see what the research says. You know what I mean? You guys, be deeper than just quickly creating something. All right. So you're going to have an introduction to your gamification plan. And in this case, it's kind of laid out for you. This one was the one I created was digital literacy for the doctoral students. And there were 5 levels of that competency. Each level relied on previous levels to support the content, and then talked about the rules. Each level had increasing number of points. explanation on how the points are awarded, how you move through levels, how your audience will know that they're meeting a competency goal. Then there is the summary chart, where you're going to take each level and identify it, show the badge for that level. So not just the level with the game will have a badge, but every level will have a badge. The expectations, the tasks that are associated with this particular level, and how you are validating the competency of it. Okay. And then the last thing is references. You certainly can use some of my references here if you want to, because I think I haven't actually checked them, but I would assume that they are still reliable in terms of linking. So that is how your gamification plan is going to look. Now, you're going to post this, though. It's a discussion forum. So how is that going to look? So on your post, you're going to title the post with the name of your tool. So Edpuzzle, Spear Edpuzzle. So people will know what the source was. Then attach the gamification plan. Copy the introductory paragraph from the gamification plan and put it into the post. Then give the link to the game. Test this out to make sure that it can be viewed publicly. Don't wait till when somebody says, hey, I can't open it. But, send it to somebody in advance. Make sure that you've got all your permissions set to public so that link can be viewed. And then you're going to put at least the first level badge image into the post. I had a question about whether the game could be a different level than the first level. And I don't have a problem with that as long as the levels are sequential and make sense. In that case, though, you want to include all the badges from the very first to the game. And I'm not opposed to you guys putting all your badges, but at least the first level and wherever the game level is, okay? That's due Saturday. And then you're going to respond to each post where you're going to critique the game. So basically, you're going to play the game. Talk about the badges. Do the badges make sense? The badges cannot be, hey, I'll do green for this and it'll have a 1. I'll have a blue for this and it'll have a 2. The badges have to have meaning to them. So as you look at badge design and some of the resources that you have available for you, you'll see that the badges are cool. They're not just cookie cutter, I guess. There are free badge making sites. The badges that I created here came from a badge making site. So I could make them all look like buttons and they all had the little shadow and I was able to put an icon and, anyway, I could create how that looks. And it was, in my head, it was so fun. So I hope it's so fun for you too. So that's due Saturday. Now, regarding your Libguides, this part, part 3, is about the gaming, right? So you're going to create a tabbed box in the first column on the third page. It'll be all that makes sense, I hope. Have at least 3 tabs that relate to the citation style. So remember, your game has to do with learning about, sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze, about APA or MLA. So you need to have at least 3 tabs. The first tab is general information about the style. Would, include the general information, include a curated video. The curated videos, you guys, here have to be the authoritative, and they need to come from APA or MLA. Don't be on YouTube and just pulling a video for this. The APA style blogs have videos. There are which are authoritative, and you will also have videos on MLA as well. So you want to be sure Videos here that you're going to add for that general come from APA or MLA, not the OWL at Purdue, not, some university, but from the authoritative source, okay? The second tab is your gamification plan. So this is, you're really going to take your plan that you had on paper and assigned in the previous, submitted in the previous assignment, and translate it into a web page, which is not going to be copy and pasting the whole thing in. So you're going to change it a little bit, but the content will be the same. Maybe you create a table with all your levels, the badges there for your levels, and then you link the information underneath. But, remember, you're taking content that you have and you're creating it to be viewed and used in a different platform, which is the web-based platform. Now, the third tab is examples of how to cite them, websites or journal articles, or and include a piece that's online help. You might want to do a fourth tab and make it just help, and the third tab be examples. And then you have online help where you link to, say, the OWL at Purdue, or University of Maryland used to have a wonderful writing center with great examples, but then APA 7 changed, and I don't know that they kept up with all their videos, and I'm so sad about it because they were really good examples of micro learning. So be sure that your content there has text. And by that, I mean, think about what makes something relevant for the user. Let me show you an example. I think this will follow me along here. I'm hopeful. I'm just going to go to the library here, and I'm going to click on this guide, the Multi-Disciplinary Database Guide. So you can see this was not created by me, but one of our other librarians, Sarah. So we have our introductory, we have ways to access with links inside, and we have database links. If I were, say, staff login, I'll let you see how it actually looks. So then, we've got a database link, and it has a little bit of subject content. We have more information about searching, about personalizing, and then we have the tutorial. And then we have a separate box that has just EBSCO tutorials in there that you can link to. So what I want you to see here is that this is a great example. You're going to have some text. You're going to explain this to your user. And we've got a small image here. It's not overpowering. It's not taking up the whole content. When you're looking at the videos that are embedded here, they have been resized, so they're smaller, and they just, they don't hog, I guess, that visual landscape that's available. You don't want to do that. And then we have a contact us page at the bottom. We also have our reference stuff on the left for that. But that was just an example to show you how to use the text when you're creating these guides and ways you can break it up. So you've been in guides for 2 weeks now. This is your third week. You're becoming more familiar. And I really want you to apply what you know and feel good about it. I will be grading everything. I hope, I don't know about getting it done tomorrow, but I would love to get it completed tomorrow. I am starting to instruct or teach a new doctoral course starting tomorrow. So we have a scheduled Zoom at the same time as our Zoom tomorrow. So we will not be Zooming this week because I will be meeting with the doctoral students this week. So that's why I'm doing this overview video for you right now. If you want to chat with me separately, look at my, I'll go back here. We can go to meet with a librarian. You can look at my availability and we can shoot an appointment, or you can send me an email in case that is not accessible for you. My time is not accessible for you, if that makes sense. So how did I get there? I feel like I'm flying around here. I'm trying to be as micro-learning as possible and modeling for you the worst, which is talking so fast. Oh, well. You can learn the good and the bad. Remember, on the left, you can use the MLIS research guide. Surely there's some good examples there of good web pages as well. And let me know if you have questions about this week. Once again, we will not be having a Zoom meeting tomorrow night. So we will not be meeting. And if a significant amount of you think you want to meet, say on Wednesday, I'm open to that. Okay. But we will not meet tomorrow night. Okay. Thanks, guys. I'm looking forward to grading all your work from week 2.